Hey everyone, MightyDantheman here. Today I thought I'd share with you all the hacks, exploits, and glitches in Swordburst Online. But before I do that, I got a couple things to say. If you don't want to hear it, you can go on and skip ahead, and whatever you want to do. Other than that, here's the news. So first of all, sorry for the video quality later on in the video. I cannot record my desktop directly with Fraps without having certain problems, so I had to use a separate program to help with that, so it's not as good as quality, so yeah, sorry about that. And the second thing is, I don't really know when this video will be out, but it'll probably be out while I'm on a semi-vacation to help pack up my previous house so I can move to my new house and stuff, so there's that. Hope you enjoy. So for the first tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do the duplication glitch. So all you got to do is get somebody's ID. What you do is, for instance, this guy's ID, just go to their profile, get their ID up here, and you're good to go. Also, one thing to note is that you cannot use the ID of an actual friend, which is kind of ironic, but that's how it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to teleport to their ID, and they have to be on the same server. And then once you reload, you'll kind of spawn glitch a couple times, and eventually your character will go invisible. And then bomb to existence. You shouldn't have any weapons equipped. Now to test if you actually have dupe mode on, is you could teleport to any floor, and you won't actually teleport. And once you do that, you won't be able to move, so you could just select a weapon and then unselect it if you want, and you're good to go. So to actually duplicate the items, what you're gonna do is just give items to people. So this guy right here wants frostbite. And I only had one, so keep in mind with that. Once you've given them the items, you could just reload the server, but before I do that, I'm going to give this guy something. And there you go. So I just bought something for 1 billion, and him for 1 billion too. And so now, when you rejoin the server, you'll have everything back. The important thing though is that while in dupe mode, nothing you get will save. Same with nothing you give. Well, it'll save. You know what, I'll just show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave the server. You're going to rejoin and go back to their ID. Well, any server if you want. But if you're trying to duplicate items for yourself, you're going to go back to their same server. And as you can see, I have all my money back. My frostbite is still there. The blinky is still there. So that is how you dupe. Moving on to the second tutorial, thought I'd just do 2 right here because I almost forgot about this one. This is pretty well known, but if you don't know, you can speed around with the Sandstorm. There's 2 ways of doing this. One way is to either zoom in, jump while pressing W, and basically just moving your mouse left and right as fast as you can. The second way is by going to your settings and enabling shift lock and doing this pretty much the same thing, it's just in third person. For the other thing, I'm going to show you how to get to any floor in the game if you have the ID. Just get my swords. So if you want to get to any one of these floors plus this floor and floor 0, then yeah, just use this. So So what you're going to have to do is have something like Nope the Engine or Check Cash. And so what you're going to do is once you have this here, you're going to open up this menu and choose one of the floors. I'm just going to use that one, that was weird. And so you're going to want to find the ID. Right here I have a list of all of the IDs of almost every floor. I've kind of labeled this here, so this would be the floor 0 ID, floor 1, floor 5, floor 7, 8, and this one, which is the event floor, which is where you get the ancient rapier. So what you're going to do is select that floor, say floor 1, use its ID. You want to search for string. You should get around 2 IDs. If it's more, then just wait until you get the bad ones. Then you want to choose the other floor ID. I'm going to choose floor 0, so I'm already on the event floor. And you're going to bring all these down here and change them to that ID. Then you can also close this and it won't really affect that, so that's a thing. And you just teleport. I normally like to get ready to close it just in case you crash, because that happens once in a while when you try to teleport with one of those engines open. Just wait for your character to spawn. For the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do the speed glitch and sword animation glitch. So to do this, what you're going to do is you can either use art money or one of your engines, and you're going to want to search for this code in string. Once you've done that, you're going to select all of them and change it to this ID. Okay, this is being oddly slow for some reason. And then what you're going to do is just do /ewave, boom, you got the animation. Now to do the little speed thing, it's a little more complicated, and also shift lock helps to do it, because once you do E-wave, you kind of want to press Q halfway after the flip, and then press space and D at the same time, or space and S, or A, not S, and then you kind of just do this. It'll take some practice because it's a little weird. So the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is the no cooldown glitch. Actually it's a hack, but you know. So what you're going to do is pull out your swords, open up one of your engines, your choice. You're going to type in 0. It's easier if you click this to freeze the game, but not, that's okay. So what you're going to do is minimize the screen like this, have it next to each other, and you're going to scan for 0. You're going to go back to 1, and you're going to click and do that. Scan for 1 as soon as you click, and then scan for 0 again. And you just keep doing that until you're down to 2. Now what you could do is you could just freeze those, and then you do this. But there actually is a better way to do this, because this, you don't always get all the hits off, and it's just like that. So what you can do is, if you change the value to 1, all of a sudden, you do a lot more damage, much faster, and you don't even have to click. And as a bonus, you actually damage people without your swords actually being out. So if they're behind your back and they touch your swords, they still get damaged. So that's also a bonus. Alright, for the last tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get slate armor. Slate armor is where you pretty much literally wear a slate as armor. And if you don't know, slate looks like this. So what you're going to want to do is drop your weapon, just to be safe. I'm going to set it to a high price. Probably don't have to. Anyways, what you're going to want to do is, before you actually do any of that, open up your engine, go to string, slate, search that, and you'll have a lot of bad values. So what you're going to do is take out your slate, you're going to want to drop it, as well as have a traveling salesman, drop that as well. To be honest, I don't know if you actually have to drop the traveling salesman. Probably don't, but I'm gonna do it just for thank you. Just for that. And then you want to pick them all up with that. And as you can see already, some values changed, and you're gonna want to repeat that a lot. Sorry, some noises are gonna get a little annoying. Just keep doing that over and over again. And the values are still changing. So what you're going to want to do is keep repeating that until the values stop changing. Then I would do it 2 or 3 times after just to be sure, because sometimes it takes 2 or 3 more times for it to actually change. Alright, so I made sure that all these values are the correct ones. So what you're going to do, before I actually say any of that, it's easiest to have only one Slate and one traveling salesman to do this, or else you could get mixed values, and it's just more difficult. So anyways, what you're going to want to do is select all of them, bring them all down of course, and change their value to traveling salesman. From there, what you're going to do, if you don't crash, is you'll have 2 traveling salesmen now. One of them will be the correct armor, and the one that's correct is one where it doesn't actually have an armor or any clothes. So in the end, you'll just have whatever skin you have. And if you do crash, that's okay. What you're supposed to do is leave the game anyways. And make sure to close your engine before you try to rejoin, or else it's pointless. And by that I mean you'll crash again. So when you rejoin, boom, you have your Slate armor on. So once you equip it, if you do crash, that's totally okay. I actually had no idea if it would be safe if you crashed, but here's the test. But it's preferred if you leave the game before you crash and then close whatever engine you're using. And I've tried to drop the Slate armor, but it doesn't really work that way. Other than that, that's the Slate armor. Oh, and to test it out, let's just get some basic low-level stuff. Alright, so to test the damage, I'm using the level 1 swords that you can get, and he's, I believe, level 43 or something, 43 to 46, and so, yeah, what happens is your Slate armor literally gives you the same stats as what a Slate has, plus whatever swords you have. So that's pretty cool. And as a side note, which is kind of really important, is you can mix all these different glitches and hacks together and combine some pretty powerful stuff. For instance, no cooldown plus Slate armor equals pretty much instant death. Also, one last thing, if you are killed, most likely with no cooldown, you want to close your engine as quickly as possible, or else you will crash. So that's important to know. But the nice thing is, in this game, when you crash, it still saves most of the time. So there's that. Thanks for watching the video. Hope I covered everything well enough. If not, you can say which ones you didn't understand. I guess I could try to go over it again in more detail. And yeah, that's about it. There are a few other things like the Aqua Burst armor that you can get, but I don't find it as effective as Slate. But you pretty much do it the same way, so except with an Aqua Burst and Mist Cloak, or not Mist Cloak, sorry, the blue cloak or whatever it's called. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for watching. Any more hacks or glitches that I haven't covered yet? I think I've covered them all. Leave them down below and I'll see. Also, there is lag switching, but I can't really do that because I have a wired connection, so without anything else. And of course, one other glitch, just for fun, is you can right click if you have the little bar up here, Just right click that and hold. And no, this is not frozen. You can just let go, right click, and do that. And you can float that way. Anyways, for the third time, eventually I'll end this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, this is probably the last video that you'll see for a couple weeks, maybe more, while I'm on vacation and getting everything ready to move. So yeah, peace.